Jeff, I saw Sonic yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
How was it?
Bro,
Duh.
it's a good movie.
It's good?
It's a good movie. It's okay. So you have to okay, first of all, perspective. It's a kids movie.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to appreciate that there will be parts of this movie that are abrasive to you because you watch it and you go, "Oh, why? For example, why does Sonic have to floss?" Because it's a kids movie.
Okay, that makes sense.
In fairness, he flosses for maybe a maximum of 5 seconds throughout the entire movie.
But he flosses.
Okay. And every time he did it the one time, I was like, why you got to do that? Then he did it a second time later on, and I was like, you could just left that at one.
Well, kids got to floss.
But kids love the floss.
Hey, I need a floss. I need to be reminded sometimes.
Fortnite kids.
Yeah.
So, that's one. I don't mean flossing your teeth. I mean the floss dance from Fortnite.
Oh, he did that.
Just to clarify. The whole,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
Damn, I thought he was flossing his
No,
teeth.
not his teeth, no.
Shit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that floss.
No. That made me cringe a bit. But then I remembered again.
It's for kids.
It's a kid's movie.
It's for kids.
So, but with that being said, I still laughed out loud several times. Em laughed out loud several times. She has zero connection to Sonic whatsoever. She liked it. She thought it was great. My God, did they pull off a miracle? Sonic looked good. You could tell in spots that they were in hard crunch. Not that it looked bad, but it was like if this had been the direction they had gone in the beginning, and then they had the full production run to do it, it just would have been better,
yeah.
right? For Sonic, everything else that wasn't Sonic, that was computer generated, so anything that was Robotnik stuff and all that stuff, all of it looked better than it had any right to. Like some of the shit, like the Robotnik ship and stuff that he's flying around in, like it looked like I was watching a borderline Avengers type shit. Like it was really, really well done.
All right.
So, Jim Carrey crushed it. I couldn't see anyone else playing this role after I watched the whole film. At the same token, it's 90s Jim Carrey. Evil.
I'm okay with that.
And that's what you're getting.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
And what was nice was that there were at least 3 major scenes in that movie where they turned a camera on and they said, this is the general idea.
Go, Jim.
Go, Jim.
And
then Jim just went.
But you know what? That's good because
you need to do that with Jim Carrey.
Well, not only that, I just find the movies that Jim Carrey has been in the last decade or so is some of them is Jim trying to do old Jim, and the movie, the tone, everything, the script just didn't call for it, and it made it feel like Jim trying to be old Jim.
Yeah.
And I feel like in something cartoony like this,
it's perfect application.
Like it is just you couldn't ask for a better better thing to let Jim Carrey be himself.
Yeah.
And shine again.
So here's the thing. So Sonic took care of the majority of the verbal humor for the kid side of things. And then when Jim was on screen,
it's for the adults.
It was the adults. The kids will get Jim Carrey's animated, funny, rubbery face, all that stuff, but the stuff coming out of his mouth, lots of references. This movie is full of culture references to make their jokes, and there's endless one-liners. And in parts, it was almost fatiguing how many one-liners were just coming. And again, you sat there and you went, it's a kid's movie.
It's a kid's movie.
So just one-liner. And most of them were hit. They were mostly funny. It was just it was an enjoyable movie.
Hey.
I recommend seeing it. And you know what? It made $100 million in the opening weekend globally.
Yeah.
And currently, it is not insignificantly ahead of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker and Rotten Tomatoes.
That's not hard to do.
Not only for critic reviews, but also the audience reviews. It has a 94% audience review rating with 11,000 verified ratings and 64% from 175 critics, which what world do you think we're living in that Sonic is over 60% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics?
Dude, I called this out, and I need to go back to the damn podcast where I talked about this. I had predicted...
It's like it was meant to be.
I think I had predicted that this movie would make $300 million. I think that's what I said. And even when it came out of my mouth, I almost threw up a little bit, but I just... After what they did, I'm telling you, bro, I still believe it. The shitty ass animation that they came out with was a fucking marketing ploy.
No, it was definitely not.
And then they fucking switched that shit up. And at
that would be the most genius thing ever, but that ain't it, because even the house that saved the film got shut down.
Dude, well, if they didn't, but the fact that they did go around and change it was god tier.
Well, it was.
I guarantee that audience score at 94, it would have been the exact same movie. It would have been a fucking 15.
Yeah, 100%.
If they used the old animation.
100%.
And it wouldn't have changed the movie at all, but just the look of Sonic, and people would have shit all over it. Secondly, we called it out. I even said it. That old version, Blu-ray special.
Oh, it's definitely
Blu-ray.
Well, I think they already said
it.
Yeah,
I knew it was gonna happen, and that's money, bro.
It's smart for them to do that. They're turning a bad situation where they fucked up. Somebody internally made a horrible call on okaying that fucking. Some of you never seen Sonic in their life.
Yeah, but did they though? Because that horrible call on that look. Well, actually, dude, the guy got fired and then rehired out of like
the guy. No, because the guy who made the call to have original Sonic is just dead.
Dude.
The guy who made the call to hire the team that did Sonic Mania to come in to make sure that the saving team for the animation team brought this thing back from death.
Yeah,
that's the guy getting the praise.
But also on the same vein, I'm telling you. If that fucking shit didn't go down, that movie does not make $100 million opening weekend.
No, it doesn't.
This fucking movie would have been like a $30-40 million film, but instead,
it was a perfect storm.
Dude, it was an incredible storm.
Perfect storm.
Dude, I'm happy.
Yes.
I'm happy.
Thrilled.
Because you're going to get another Sonic. It's 100%. They didn't even know they had this hit on their hand.
They ended it to show that there's going to be the hopes of.
Bro, Jim Carrey's already signed on for that motherfucking. Dude, this is a franchise, bro. They've turned this thing into a motherfucking franchise,
bro.
And I'm happy for them.
Honest to God, there are a lot of things in the movie other than the animation that you can tell came after the change. I won't say what because it'd be spoilery and shit if you care about Sonic spoilers, but
I do now.
Yeah, so there are things and when you watch it, you'll go, okay, this would have been different if they had stayed the original. This would have been different. This movie is better than it has any right to fucking be. Honest to fuck. Like, there's no reason why this movie should be as good as it is, but they fucking did not only did they do a good job, they also even managed to make the like Sonic and his rings and everything somehow make fucking sense in the real world in a way that is kind of cool and like a neat concept that I wouldn't have thought about before, even if it was part of original Sonic lore. So they did a fantastic job. I really have
sold me on it. I'm gonna go check. I'll check it out.
A very little portion. The only thing that I could say is that at the beginning of the fucking movie they didn't go Sega. Missed fucking. Damn it! Why?
That would have been cool.
Why? But they did have lots of other callbacks. There's lots of game callbacks.
They better.
And it's well done. It was very.
Sega's loving this right now. Holy shit!
Yeah, it was smart.